What do you get when the world's richest man throws a wedding on a private island in Venice? And what secret did Jeff Bezos reveal that made billionaires and celebrities drop their champagne in stunned silence? Ancient churches glowing under candlelight, gondolas drifting past armed security, and a guest list so powerful their combined fortunes could buy small countries twice. Why did Bezos choose Venice's San Giorgio Maggiore, a place once home to monks and artists, to host a wedding rumored to cost over $50 million? Who was on that ultra-exclusive guest list? Kim Kardashian, Bill Gates, Sydney Sweeney. But what were they whispering about behind those marble walls? What do you gift a man who can buy anything, rockets, super yachts, entire city blocks, without blinking? How does a $500 million yacht named Koru factor into this fairy tale? Why did foam parties and secret performances turn this night into something people are still trying to piece together? Most importantly, what shocking promise did Bezos make under the Venetian stars that could change everything we thought we knew about the king of e-commerce? Stay tuned. You won't believe what comes next. The rise of Jeff Bezos. How does a man go from scribbling wild ideas on the back of a napkin in an old Chevy Blazer to ruling a $237 billion empire that changed how the world shops, works, and even dreams of the stars? Jeff Bezos' story isn't some boring corporate textbook. It's a sci-fi blockbuster with plot twists so bold you'd swear they were fiction. It's 1994. The internet is still dial-up screeches and weird chat rooms. Most people rent VHS tapes from Blockbuster and send handwritten letters instead of emails. But on a road trip from New York to Seattle, a 30-year-old hedge fund vice president named Jeff Bezos can't get one number out of his head: 2,300%, the annual growth rate of internet use. While everyone else shrugs it off as a tech fad, Bezos sees it for what it is: the next gold rush. He does what few would ever dare. He leaves his high-paying Wall Street gig, trades tailored suits for an old garage with a leaky roof, and starts packing boxes on a scratched-up door balanced on sawhorses. His plan? Sell books. Just books? Online? Why books? They're easy to ship, in huge demand, and the perfect way to test an idea so radical it sounds like science fiction. People will buy everything online one day. He names it Amazon, after the world's biggest river. Because why dream small when you're planning to drown the competition? Initially, he packs every book order. He begs investors, including his parents, to believe in an online bookstore in an era when some people didn't even own a computer. But here's what makes Bezos more than just another dot-com pioneer. He never stops tinkering. While rivals worry about beating Borders and Barnes and Noble, Bezos is plotting to sell, well, everything. He wants your groceries, your shoes, your TV shows, even your cloud storage. And when most people are just figuring out how to put a credit card form on a website, Bezos is secretly building Amazon Web Services. Today, AWS powers the likes of Netflix, NASA, and thousands of businesses you may not have heard of. The invisible backbone of the internet's modern economy. And when he's not rewriting the rules of retail, he's looking up. His private rocket company, Blue Origin, is his most audacious bet yet. Gradatim ferociter, step by step ferociously, is his motto, and it's more than a slogan. It's the blueprint for how he aims to get millions of people living and working in space. When Bezos stepped down as Amazon's CEO in 2021, he didn't just walk away from an online bookstore. He left behind an empire that shapes AI, drones, entertainment, and entire global supply chains. Some people call him ruthless, others call him a visionary. When you've already changed how humanity clicks, buys, and dreams, what do you build next? For Jeff Bezos, the final frontier isn't the end. It's just the following checkout line waiting to be opened. Luxurious Venice wedding. What does a $50 million wedding for one of the world's wealthiest men look like? Picture this: a tiny, historic island in Venice, San Giorgio Maggiore, transformed into a private paradise for Jeff Bezos, the Amazon founder worth $237 billion, and his fiancée, award-winning journalist and helicopter pilot Lauren Sánchez. But even in a world of billionaires, this celebration turned heads in ways no one saw coming. Why Venice? Why an island where monks once lived in quiet reflection? Maybe because Bezos wanted a moment so exclusive that the rest of the world could only watch from passing gondolas. Guests didn't just show up. They arrived by sleek private boats under a cloak of secrecy, their names reading like a Forbes list come to life. Kim Kardashian, Bill Gates, Orlando Bloom, Sydney Sweeney, and Ivanka Trump, each bringing with them fortunes that combined eclipsed the GDP of entire nations like Bangladesh or Denmark. But it was Lauren Sánchez who stole the show. She wore a custom Dolce and Gabbana lace gown, rumored to have cost over $300,000, complete with 180 silk chiffon-covered buttons and a sweeping cathedral veil inspired by Sophia Loren. When she glided down the aisle of the centuries-old church, every camera and every billionaire's eye was locked on her. How do you feed 200 of the world's most powerful people? You bring in Michelin-starred chefs from across Europe to create a menu dripping in luxury. Truffles, caviar, Venetian seafood, and vintage wines that would make a sommelier weep. When the vows were done, the real spectacle began. Imagine billionaires dancing barefoot at a foam party in an ancient marble courtyard. Rumors swirled about surprise sets by famous artists and fireworks that transformed Venice's iconic skyline into a living painting. Where did the newlyweds go next? After their jaw-dropping $50 million Venetian wedding, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sánchez slipped away to the breathtaking San Domenico Palace in Taormina, Sicily. The real-life backdrop for HBO's The White Lotus Season 2. This cliffside Four Seasons resort, perched high above the Ionian Sea, is where the world's richest newlyweds are soaking in views that rival their own yacht's horizon. Imagine lounging in ancient cloisters, transformed into luxury suites, dining under citrus trees, and swimming in infinity pools that spill out into the Sicilian sky. For Bezos and Sánchez, it's the perfect blend of old-world charm and billionaire-level privacy. A honeymoon fit for an empire. Jeff Bezos' life of luxury. What do you buy when you're worth more than entire nations? For Jeff Bezos, the answer is a lifestyle so extravagant that even other billionaires blink twice. Ever wondered what it feels like to fly wherever you want? Bezos doesn't rely on a single jet. He owns a fleet of 4 private aircraft and 2 helicopters, worth a combined $140 million. His prized Gulfstream G700 isn't just a plane. It's a flying 5-star suite with room for 19 people, plush lounges, and an onboard bedroom, so he can dream up his next empire at 40,000 feet. But the crown jewel? That's Kourou, his $500 million sailing yacht, a 417-foot masterpiece that dwarfs most floating palaces. With its gleaming decks, multiple pools, and a dedicated support yacht complete with a helipad, Kourou isn't just a pleasure craft. It's a status symbol that glides through the Mediterranean, carrying not just Bezos and Lauren Sánchez, but also Hollywood's elite and political heavyweights to sunset soirees that can't be bought with an invitation alone. And when does he want to hit the road? Forget your average luxury car. Bezos' garage is a collector's fantasy. From a Bugatti Veyron Mansory and a Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, to a Lamborghini Veneno Roadster so rare it might as well be a unicorn on wheels. Rumor has it, the world's richest man once zipped around town in a humble Honda Accord. Proof that every empire has its humble origin story. If you woke up with $237 billion, would you soar the skies, rule the seas, or keep that old Accord parked out front, just for the memories? In the end, the story of Jeff Bezos' wedding isn't just about a billionaire flaunting wealth. It's a mirror for us all. It's a reminder that even the most enormous fortunes can't buy what matters most: time, love, and a future that can't be built in a garage or launched on a rocket alone. So, the next time you see that familiar Amazon smile on your doorstep, remember that behind it stands a man who once took apart his crib with a screwdriver, who built an empire out of cardboard boxes and a vision, and who, at least for one night in Venice, made the world believe that maybe, just maybe, money could be used for more than yachts and foam parties. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this glimpse into Bezos' world, like, share, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories.